religion, arguments with the Jews and the Christians, primarily with the Jews, the 5 pillars, it's all here. What else is there? Well, basically, the rest of the Quran is almost repetition after this. You've got the whole thing, which is why I read it to you so carefully. I mean, there's a lot more in the Surah of the Cow, and I'll probably go through it next time, and we'll talk about an exam after that. But let's see how far we can get while we still have some time here. Okay, now there are fixed seasons, 189, pilgrimage and so on, moves around. Here's 190 again, jihad. Fight in the way of Allah against those who fight against you, but don't begin hostilities. Allah loveth not aggressors. Slay them, however, wherever you find them, and drive them out of the places where they drove you out of, for persecution is worse than slaughter. So pretty aggressive, even though there's an initial unwillingness to be aggressive. Kill them as they would kill you, or as they killed you, and so on. I don't think most Christians would feel this is a prophetic utterance. I don't think most Christians like the idea of people saying kill people. And it's something you'll have to decide about. It's one of the things that really is different between Buddhism and Islam and so on. And what causes, I think, a lot of the tension in the world at large in terms of coming up against these religions, Hinduism and Islam, what happened in India, Buddhism and Islam, blowing up the Buddhism things. These are not protected people. Hindus and Buddhists are not protected peoples. They're not dhimmis. They're not people of the book. Their symbols don't mean anything. That's strict Islamic law. You can change it if you want, but that's strict Islamic law. So these things are in here, and you know, you have. I don't want to be cruel. You see them, but this is one of the most uncompromising things, and it comes out of a situation in Medina. You know, he wants to fight the Meccans, and the forbidden month. There's a forbidden month that all the old tribes didn't fight in. That's okay. Those things are forbidden. I don't know what those months were. The pilgrimage month usually, where the little and the big pilgrimage. One who attacked you, attack him in like manner as he attacked you. You see, and then perform the pilgrimage, 196. Visit Mecca. If you are 196, if you are prevented, send gifts. And more about the pilgrimage. Not 197, more about the Hajj. The pilgrimage is the well-known months, the usual months, the traditional months. No, there's the lack of fornication. No lewdness, no fornication. There's the other Jamesian things. No abuse. No angry conversation. Whatever good ye do, Allah knoweth. Therefore keep your duty unto me. So, you know, that material about drive them out as they drove you, killed them, and so on until they surrender. That's been a real serious issue, I think, in the history of the different cultural relations. And I don't have any answer for it. It's in the Quran, and no one is ever going to take it out. And this is a serious issue across cultural problems. And I don't know what anyone could ever do about it. 215, whatever you do, Allah is aware of it. Once again, 216, holy war again. Warfare is ordained for you, though you hate it. It may happen you hate a thing which is good for you, and you love a thing which is bad. Allah knoweth, ye know not. Warfare is necessary. Let's see. Now about strong drink and gambling. 219. In both there is a great sin and some good, but the sin outweighs the good, or the usefulness. And that's how he sees it. So it's not totally forbidden, but it's frowned upon. It's and in practice it's been forbidden by Muslims to drink and gamble, and yet I have met very few Muslims who, when they're abroad, don't drink and gamble. So I mean, only a few of the more religious ones take that to heart. And I'm not criticizing them. I don't mind. I don't drink or gamble. Here are issues about married life. 221. So this is organizing the whole community. This is not like the early service. Organizing community. You can wed the idolatresses. A believing bondwoman is better than an idolatress, though she please you. Give not your daughters in marriage to idolaters till they believe. Just like what Christianity and Judaism, I guess, do. Now, what about menstruation? We don't usually think of dealing with things like menstrual cycles. Let women be alone at those times. Don't go into them until they're cleansed. This is like in Judaism. Basically, it is Judaism. I don't think Christianity deals with that to any extent. It's in the Dead Sea Scrolls too. Divorce, okay. Now, when you, of course, he's talking about menstruation. He's talking then in relation to divorce. They keep apart 3 monthly courses. He assumes divorce is okay, is possible. Now, why is he talking about menstruation? Because what's the 3 monthly courses have to do with? If you divorce a woman, you have to wait 3 monthly courses till it takes effect. Why? Because you have to know if there's an issue here, if she's pregnant. Now, if she's pregnant and these cease, then there's another thing comes into play. Maintenance and things like that. The divorce only takes effect if the courses are okay in that regard. Otherwise, there's other things. And you can divorce twice. You can take it back. These are called revocable and irrevocable divorces. I'll cover this better next time. I just want to get a good place to end here. But after the third time, you cannot, it's in line 230, you have divorced her the third time, then she's not lawful to you unless there's another marriage that has taken place in between. It's called the intervening marriage. And like it goes on 237, 236, if you divorce them while you have not touched them, etc., or if you divorce them before you have touched them, and so on and so forth, all that is covered. 244, fight in the way of Allah. I'm going to come back to the divorce next time because it's very complicated. 255, capsule description of Islam again, including the throne. I'll come back to that. 277, more capsule descriptions, believe and do good works. And then finally, 285, each one believeth in Allah, His angels, His scriptures, His messengers. We make no noticing between any of His messengers. We hear and we obey. The forgiveness is our Lord, unto Thee is the journey. So I'll come back to divorce and those very complicated things next time. Think about an exam. We can have an exam the time after that or the time after that. I think maybe the time after that. So maybe a week from next Thursday. Thanks for bearing with me. I hope I got through this.